All right, y'all. I'm Tom, the used car dealer. If you've seen my channel, you know I make videos about Texas car titles, used car business, and that I own an automotive repair shop. Wanted to make a quick video today to talk about dealing with mechanics liens. I've had a few mechanics liens come up lately and they haven't gone as good as possible. Now, because you've seen my title and you know the videos about mechanics lien, there's a good chance you're watching this and you need to file a mechanics lien. Well, I have another video that explains to you how to file a Texas mechanics lien. I'll post it up here for you, or maybe it's over here. I always get confused which way's which, but I'll put it up at the top of the screen, the link for the how to file a mechanics lien in Texas video. But what I want to talk about, and this is good for all states, before you actually have to file a lien, what's a regular business practice you can put in place to hopefully recover as much of your money as possible. So I've had to do like 3 mechanics liens in the last probably 4 months, 5 months, which is a lot for me. I generally don't have to do them. And 2 of them have a common theme where I messed up as a shop owner. This video is not about, is all my paperwork and my forms in order? This video is about how to not get screwed if you have to file a mechanics lien. So first one was a Cadillac CTS we did some work on. I don't even remember what the work was. And the bill was, I think, about $5,000. And oh yeah, it was a transmission. It was an all-wheel drive one, and the transfer case output seal was no good as well. Not seal, shaft. The shaft was broke. So it was pricey. And it had a lien on it from, looked like a small independent car dealer like me. They chose not to pick it up. The owner just disappeared, ghosted, didn't pick it up. So retail, my ticket was about $5,000. And when we sold it, we did not get $5,000. We did not get close. So even though we had a mechanics lien, even though we sold the car, we did not get what the shop would have earned. Okay. Then the next car up, we had it was a 06 Chrysler 300, came in, turned out to be dead battery, burned up starter, and the fuel in the tank was so old that all the wiring and such was broken inside the tank, and all the fuel was varnished and nasty. We ended up getting another tank for it from a junkyard that was complete, and doing a starter, doing a battery, did something else, like I don't know, $3,000 ticket, I think it was, by the time everything was done, and the diag and the towing and blah, blah, blah. Went to sell it, barely covered the ticket. It also had a lien on it. The lien holder did not pick up. The owner ghosted. So those 2 did not go well. All right. Then the third one that I just most recently have done was on, like, I don't know, a 13 or a 15 F-150. Fella couldn't afford a rebuilt transmission, so we had to get a used transmission. He hit something. He broke his transfer case. We had to fix that. Bill was like $6,000 by the time we were done doing what it needed to be done. This one also had a lien. This one, I think we're going to come out okay on. The truck's book value is way above the ticket. The lien holders called us about 5 to 6 times trying to finagle a better deal and things like that. But I think ultimately they're going to pick the truck up. If they don't pick the truck up, I know that the truck's value is high enough that I'm going to get paid. So what did I learn from all this, and how do you employ something in your business practice that will prevent you from taking losses if the customer doesn't pick up? And it's too simple. Shop owners, probably smarter than me, have probably been doing it all along, but you got to get a deposit. All right. If like we sell transmissions, my shop is predominantly a transmission shop. We do general repairs, but a lot of transmissions. If you know that the repair cost is going to exceed or be very close to the value of the vehicle you're working on, you got to get a deposit. You got to get some skin in the game from that customer. You got to get half down, or you got to get parts, or you got to get something. Because if they don't have money, which I think is probably the problem with my first two customers, if they don't have money, they're not going to pick up, and you're going to do all the work, and then you may or may not get paid for it all. If they pay a deposit, say, half or a third or whatever number you choose, and then they ghost you, you're only trying to recover the balance on your mechanic's lien. So either the lender's going to see that they owe less money than they would have without a deposit, or when it goes to public sale, where you're going to sell it to someone, if it was a $3,000 ticket and you got $1,000 down, now you're only trying to recover $2,000 to recover where your ticket is. And you got to think about too the administrative hassle with mechanics liens. Somebody does have to fill it out, and somebody has to take it to the county. Somebody has to go to the post office and do the certified letter thing. Somebody has to go get their signature notarized. These are all Texas things, but I'll bet you every state is pretty similar. So I have some time in this, filing these mechanics liens. I have some time dealing with this lender on this F-150 that they've called, 6 or so times now. And their 30 days is about up. I think their 30 days is up on Thursday. So I'm putting up ads soon, probably Tuesday of this week, about public sale on Friday morning. So if that lender does not come, I will have that truck sold on Friday morning, I think. So, but that's the case, guys. If you're doing a mechanics lien, and before you even get to a mechanics lien, if you're a shop owner and you see that the bill or estimate is going to be close to the value of the vehicle, don't be afraid to tell that customer you're going to need a deposit, because at the end of the day, you want to get paid. You want to get paid for 100% of the work that you did. You're going to have a hassle. You're going to have waiting to file the lien. Then you're going to have the waiting period during the lien. And then when people are going to come buy the car from you, people are sort of apprehensive. They don't understand how mechanics liens work. They're afraid they won't get a title. They'll pay their money. So the number of buyers that are willing to buy a car from a shop on a mechanics lien is substantially less than the amount of buyers that would buy a car knowing that they're going to get a title in their hand, or that you're a licensed dealer and you're going to take care of it. So that's my tips, guys. I'm Tom, the used car dealer. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, check out some of my playlists. I got all kind of Texas car title information. I got some behind the scenes on my shop, behind the scenes on the car lot. Haven't put out a video in a while, but this was bugging at me, so I thought I'd put it out to folks that didn't know. Y'all take care.